Is now a good time to invest, or should I wait for the crash? It's a question that people are asking all the time. First, I want to back up and say, will there be a crash? We're going to talk about that. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my 2 cents of what I am doing, not what I would do, what I am doing. So get a pen and paper. We have a lot to talk about. So 3 things specifically we're going to talk about is what is a crash, right? We're going to talk about the market. We're going to talk about real estate. We're going to talk about how do you go shopping, right? When it crashes, how do you go shopping? And then number 3, which is my favorite, how do you take advantage of all the tax strategies and cut your losses in the meantime? So get a pen and paper. This is a big one. So first of all, what is a crash? Well, that depends again on money rules. I think so many of you that are out here listening to this channel, and I do this later in the video, but I need you to subscribe. I need you financially literate. Please, please, please click the bell. All I'm asking for is 10, 12 minutes, maybe 15 if I go on, a day, right? Every day you wake up with me and a financial literate conversation and a bunch of my experts. Please, please, please. If you don't have money rules, I mean, what are you going to do in a crash anyway? You probably wouldn't know what to do. So a crash is when the market corrects. Now, the stock market goes up and down, has emotional arbitrage. It corrects with political issues. It corrects with emotional issues. It corrects with economic issues. I'm not a stock market expert, but I do own a software. And I'm going to give you a free app. It's going to be in the notes below where you can go get a free app. It's called Iflip. I'm not going to tell you a lot about it now. I've told you about it in many other videos. So whenever I talk about something, for those of you who've been listening for a while, go up to the search bar and go search for the title of an Iflip app, and we got lots of videos about it. So what happens in a market crash? Let me tell you what you're going to be hearing and seeing on the internet. So what the internet's going to tell you is how to take advantage of a crash, the stock market specifically. There's an old saying of Wall Street, if I don't sell it, you haven't lost it, right? Those are the long-term players. In other words, the value of your investment doesn't really matter until the day you cash out, so you don't have to worry about the ups and downs in the interim. I call BS on that because in March 2020, just do the math, right? The market crashed 33%. Because I was in Iflip, I only lost 2.8. So I went shopping at a very different level than you went shopping. You were already down 33%. I'm already up 30 points above you, and I just keep going. So I don't believe that you just want to ride the ups and downs. You can protect yourself from the ups and downs by using this software. That's cold comfort when your portfolio is lost again 20, 30% in values. They're going to, again, talk about March 2020, the largest crash happened since 1929 because of COVID. We just had a huge correction. We're recording this in February of 2022, and we had a huge correction. Why? Because well, the Olympics are going on. You got Russia threatening to invade, the Ukraine. You got China and its politics and its drama, and then you got the administration. So all of that together is causing a lot of political unrest. You'll see market corrections or shifts when that happens. The gentleman who actually designed the Iflip app, you want to look for some Iflip recordings that I do, and Kelly Korshak is the genius. He will tell you more. Also, what you're going to read out there is market crashes are inevitable, and yeah, they really hurt. So if you're in for the long haul, just it's the way that it is. I don't think it has to be the way that it is. So that's kind of about the market and what I do. I say in Iflip. And I, for short-term investing, put a lot of my money in Iflip. There's a lot of our clients who use Iflip as a place to put their cash while they're doing other things and putting other projects together, or capital raising, whatever they're doing. Now let's go to the other side of the crash that not a lot of people are talking about, and a lot of real estate experts on the internet, and I would agree, there isn't going to be a huge crash that's going to happen. I think there's going to be a huge correction. If you just look at the statistics, the amount of mortgages that skipped between 2 to 7 months where they were allowed that forbearance period, well, they should have read the fine print. The mortgage companies aren't going to tolerate it, and they're not tacking it on to the end of their mortgages. They want it paid in one lump sum, and it was due. They've given extensions, and it's up to the banks. If the banks allow extensions or actually forgive that, this probably won't happen. But a lot of indications show some banks will, some banks won't. That'll be interesting. So those of you who want to see some great shopping time, looking for performing notes, not distressed notes, performing notes will be coming the fall of 2022. And again, that'll be whether the bank's correct or not correct, but you're buying it at a much higher level. It's a performing note. It's a $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 house. 2 people working in the family probably don't even make $100,000, maybe 80 collectively, and they skipped 5, 6, 7 months. How do they pay all that in one lump sum? right? And a lot of them, if they stopped working, they probably burn through their 401k or any savings they have. So you got to watch trends. You got to look at what's going on. I would say what I do, I follow the experts. So I find people who are experts in this space. If you're interested in learning more about the mortgages, again, put it in the comments. That'll inform me and my team that you're interested in learning about it. And then I can actually probably bring that guy on who I think's the nation's expert in what will become performing notes. And he has done millions in distressed notes. He's probably the best I know. So I can bring him here and we can have that interview. But I follow experts because I'm not going to be on the front line of those asset classes. So how do you take advantage of a crash? Again, following emotional trends, a little risky. And a lot of you, that's what you do. That's how you play your whole life. You ask your friends and family, you go side to side, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then you decide. Why don't you look up and say, I need an expert, I need a mentor, I need somebody who's actually done this before and can guide and educate me. And then yourself get educated. Get smart about what you want to do and have a plan for what you want to do. I'm going to take a little cut at how you go shopping. And a lot of people are becoming millionaires in cryptocurrency, NFT trading, but they're trading very, very strategically. They're watching in the morning. They're watching if either like Bitcoin, just using those as an example, go up or down. When they sell high, they take a percent. They watch when it goes down. They take the percent they took off in profits. They reinvest, and they're just cycling up. So a lot of people who are smart in very similar to stock market economics. For those of you who like to trade, I personally don't like to sit in front of a computer, and not when the market opens in the morning, and not when the market closes at night. So again, this is your preference, your money rules. How do you take advantage and invest in a crash? Get close to the people who are experts, not emotional, not side to side. Who's really doing it? Who really knows? And do some homework and do some due diligence. So you stay safe during the crash. And then take advantage of it by going shopping in the right places and the right markets. So the last thing I want to talk about is the tax advantages. So really watch how you're investing, whether you're using your Roth, your 401ks, taxable accounts, non-taxable accounts, and always consult a tax strategist. If you don't have one, call our office. I have an amazing team of tax strategists, accountants, and that's how we get this done. It is not just me out here. It's a team of extraordinary experts who help you, educate you, and actually some of the people do the work for you, which is phenomenal, and they are licensed advisors and experts. I'm the educator. I'm going to rally you and get you moving and get you financially literate. The last thing I want to say, though, is a lot of people would just say, ride it for the long haul and endure these amazing dips of 30, 40%, and 30, 40 years from now, it'll all work out. I would challenge, do the math of how much you lost during those periods, because that's a very, very passive and park and pray, right, method of doing it. I don't believe in it. You're going to park your money with somebody and you think they're going to care more about it than you do? Come on. It's not going to happen. So let's begin together. I want you to take a quiz. It's called my financial personality quiz. I'm going to put you in one of 4 buckets. And then from there, you are going to have an application sent out to you, which will give you a private meeting. It'll give you a private meeting with one of my senior strategists. So I want you to have that appointment. Ask for my wealth cycle book. It's really important you start understanding due diligence, risk analysis, money rules. It's all in that book, but you have to do an appointment. So take the quiz, fill out the application, do an appointment, and get a free book. Or you can just go to Amazon and buy it for $25. It's up to you how you want to do it. But I want to start with you today and get you financially literate. Begin now. We'll talk tomorrow.